Hi guys, welcome back to 40 and Beyond. My name is Delora Gooden, and as my title suggests, I'm gonna be speaking to you about my experience being a 20-plus-year-old young woman and the things I went through, the signs I saw that had I identified them, it would have assisted me in my process of, my aging process. No, so it's going to be like a little story time as per usual. Disclaimer, I won't be doing any editing in terms of cutting and pasting this video because I'm sorry, I just have not gotten the grasp of doing that. So yes, there will be mistakes, but hey, as I said, it's just me telling a story. In addition, as you can see, I'm not where I did the last video. I'm in my daughter's room. Reason being, it's Friday. My neighbors are playing music and it's a little loud because I'm closer to the front. So I moved to my daughter's room. This is my daughter. Hi, Paige. When she sees this video, she's gonna say, "Mommy, where are you in my room?" And "Mommy, where are you wearing my shirt?" Oh well. So yes. So I've moved to her room where it's a bit quieter, but I noticed I'm still hearing the music a little. But guess what? I'm hoping that it won't be too loud. So it would take from what I'm saying. I'm hoping I'm loud enough that you can hear me. So, and back to my story time. So with this story I'm gonna be telling you, I'm hoping, because when I was going through my process, I thought I was alone. No one else was going through what I was going through. But as I said, I had no one to guide me, no one to say, hey, these are the things you can do. And I really had limited knowledge. So I'm hoping that even the younger persons will be able to say, hey, I'm going through this. Oh, let me have a conversation with, whatever, or let me see if I can try, and because there is possibly a solution or to what I'm going through, there's something that can help me. So, and for the older person, probably you can say, say, true, I went through that too, and I didn't really look at it that way. But so this is my story time. This is how I am viewing it now in hindsight. So I had my first child at 20, got pregnant at 19, had my first child at 20, second child at 21. So before I got to 19, I realized that, oh yes, and I'm gonna be sweating a bit because I didn't turn on the fan, because the fan makes noise. And there's no AC in her room, so I just have to just tough out the heat and just try and get this video through as quickly as possible. So prior to me getting to 19, I realized there's one thing that I realized with my skin. It was that the hair on my face was thick blonde. Yeah, I know my hair is black, but I rinse it, I have like brown hair. My son, well, I think it gets from my father. My son has brown hair also. So my hair isn't really black, but I had thick blonde hair on my face. And you see in the hair on your face, you're like, so what I did was I started to, I used a razor on it to take off the thick blonde hair off my face. But then eventually later on it got thicker and thicker black hair. Now, I'm just going to point out right here. Hair on your face, excessive hair on your face is hormonal imbalance, right? I didn't know that. I had no one to point that out to me. And I felt alone going through it because I didn't see that happening to my friends. So, I was just going through it alone. No, so that was one thing that had I known to me, I could have started to fix from there. After I had my second child at 21, I decided, look here, 20, 21, in the space of one, because my children are 1 year apart. One was born April the 10th. The first one was born April the 11th, 2002. The second one was born April the 10th, 2003. So like 1 day apart from being a year. I said, I don't want to have any more children, I want to get myself together, ensure that I can provide a proper, stable home and, upbringing for my children. So I went on birth control. Now, I don't know what is the fix for this, but trust me, birth control throws your hormones into a whack, right? I know there are low dose birth controls, but trust me, birth control just isn't it. Just me thinking in hindsight, because one, what it did was to continue to disrupt my hormones. And I found that in terms of when the fact that I never even got any treatment for what was happening to me before, and then I'm now on hormone, I'm now on birth control. What I did to try and alleviate the hair that I had on my face, I still do have it, but it's not as bad now, is I did laser treatments. Yes, you do your laser, and then after they fall out, and then you look nice, clean skin, and no hair for a little while, then you see them grow back. And I did so many treatments, and it just constantly came back. And I actually went to a dermatologist to do it, so you'd have expected that they would say, hey, no man, something is wrong, this is not supposed to happen, and at least recommend me to go and see a specialist. Well, that never happened, right? So I realized it just didn't make any sense for me to continue to be doing the laser treatment, because it just was not helping me, right? No, getting, just living my life now, just not knowing that I had a hormonal imbalance and I needed to fix it. I just continued to live, and also I was on the injection, Depo-Provera. So that was a whole other thing, because I stopped seeing my menses totally, which shouldn't happen to you, because that throws off your hormones also. And when I did see my menses before I got on the birth control, I used to have excruciating pain. Now, I know we normalize feeling pain when we're going through that time, but it isn't normal. It isn't normal, and we can get help when we're going through pain. The tenderness of the breast, the being sick before, days or weeks before seeing your menses, being incapacitated because of your menses, it is just not normal. Or seeing your period this month and then a couple months from now not seeing your period, it is just not normal. It is your hormones speaking to you, which need to be addressed, right? So as I said, right, those are little things that I was able to point out and realize, what is this, I was experiencing in my 20s. Now, when I got up to, this is just not it. Alright guys, sorry about that. A call came in on my phone. Didn't realize that I didn't put it on airplane mode, and I'm using my phone to video. So I hope I can catch back where I was on my train of thought at that time. So yes, I'm just trying to remember what I was speaking about. So another thing that I experienced while after I had my children is eczema. Now, when I got eczema, I went to the doctor, and because I had some fine bumps on the forehead, itching at the scalp, dryness at the scalp, and the skin getting dry, flaky. Went to the doctor said to me, oh, it's eczema. He prescribed something for it and said, oh, it's natural. A lot of persons are having eczema, just use this. But what I realized is that when I use the topical things, it cleared up nicely, and then afterwards, in a short space of time, probably like weeks or so, the skin got used to it, and it no longer worked for me. So I had to be going back. My hair took a blow, because after I had my daughter and my children, my hair was like in my back, long and nice, and then afterwards the texture of the hair changed. My scalp got very dry, sensitive, irritated. Yeah, especially around my hairline. I realized it was very, very dry, flaking. My hair started to fall out and whatever. But I'm saying, okay, the doctor says natural. When I ask my other friends, they're like, oh yeah, I have eczema. Baby's born in. Yes, the baby them have eczema. It's like, eczema is a natural thing. But guess what? Eczema means that your gut is unhealthy. So remember, at that time too, I'm young, just experiencing life, not eating properly, fast food, not concerned about being hydrated. You know, they say you must eat the rainbows, all the colors of the rainbows, you know, eat a lot of vegetable, fruits and vegetable. I wasn't doing that, right? My gut was unhealthy, but I did not know, right? And I was just going through life and was thinking, oh, it's eczema, whatever. I mean, eczema really got the best of my skin, my hair, till I got to the point where I cut off my hair. Not that I didn't appreciate or like how my hair looked when it was short. I'm just now trying to grow it back, but I had to do it because of the eczema. And then every time I decided I'm gonna start to grow back my hair, it's the same thing. My hair is dry, scalp is dry, it's just falling out. Now, fast forward a little on the eczema topic is no, let me not fast forward. Eczema, as I said, it's a matter of your gut not being healthy, right? Another thing that I noticed, because that was after I had my daughter, whereas I started to I had eczema. When I was pregnant with my son, I got a yeast infection. Yes, they say it's natural when you're pregnant, but the truth is your gut is not healthy. It lends yourself to being able to get a yeast infection, right? If your gut is healthy, it's harder for you. If you're hydrated, those things help to mitigate against you getting yeast infection, for you mitigate against you having eczema, right? So I'm gonna fast forward a little to now being 40, and one of the symptoms of going through perimenopause is dry skin, right? So yes, when you're younger, it's called eczema and dry skin. Now that you're getting older, it is a symptom of pre or perimenopause, whichever way you want to term it, right? And having had my skin being dry or my hair being dry for so long, you understand? You can see where someone can be going through perimenopause and don't even realize, because you're used to, from 20 years now, your hair being dry, your skin being dry, you're not thinking that, oh, it's a part of the aging process. I'm now doing within this period of my life. You're just thinking, oh, it's something I'll always have forever. So you're not really identifying with what you are truly going through, right? So I say this to say, in the time when you are young, in your what do you call that period, in the your reproductive years, I would say the reproductive years are your best time to boost up your body, to prepare yourself for peri and pre-menopause. You know, like, oh, you have your, when you, I'm gonna say, all right, you exercise, you exercise your hand. When you exercise your hand and you know you have muscles, you're stronger. Or once you're using your hand, you're using your joints, you're using your muscles, you're stronger. But if you stop using it, you get weak. That is just my thought. If you boost up your body, you know, take care of it, eat properly, nourish it, when you get to the stage of perimenopause, that aging process, your body will be a little bit more resilient than someone who is constantly eating fast food, not drinking any water, not having a proper nutrition, not supplementing what you can't get out of your diet, right? So you're gonna be a week or two and more susceptible to have really terrible symptoms of you know, the aging process. You're not gonna be as resilient as someone who would have been beefing up their body, doing the proper things to ensure that when they get to that stage, they are, you know, prepared. Their body is just strong enough to resist or to come up against whatever it is that you're gonna go through. I'm not gonna say you're not gonna go through things, but at least you'll be a little bit more stronger in going through what you're gonna be going through when you get to your late 30s or whatever it is age that you will start perimenopause.